All right, Steven, we're back. We're back for another FedSmart podcast. It's been a few weeks. Man, all of June was just crazy for both of us with work and travels, and
we were here in spirit.
Yeah, and so we've had a few people messaging us and saying, are you guys okay? Are we doing more episodes? And yeah, of course. And as you
no, we're
listeners
not, never.
know, yeah, we're done. We did 3. That was too much, but
That's
no,
all you get.
We're, as you know, as our listeners, we're going to have times where we're going to have 3 in a week or 3 in 3 weeks and then a few weeks off, but we don't really have a consistent schedule. We've got a lot of really great topics. I mean, Stephen and I looked at for our podcast topics. I mean, we've got over 70, I think it was, that we've got to hit on. And so we will have a lot of great content continuing to come your way. And we've got a really great topic. I mean, honestly, probably the most talked about topic, and also one of the topics that there's so many misconceptions and so many people want clarification on. And so, the thing that we're talking about today is the FERS Supplement. And the benefit of many names. People call it the FERS Supplement, the FERS Bridge, the FERS
Special Supplement.
Special Supplement. It's got a lot of names, but the FERS Supplement is an important topic. It's really important for people who are thinking of retiring prior to the age of 62. And like I said, there's a lot of information to know about on it. So we're going to go through a lot of the details. Now, just know that everything that we go over, we've seen in writing from OPM. So if it's contradictory to what you've heard in the past, contact us. We'll show you in writing on OPM's website where you can see the information that we're going to provide on the supplement. And then make sure you share this with any federal employee that's thinking of retiring prior to 62, because the FERS Supplement is an important part of their retirement. And like I said, probably one of the most misunderstood federal benefits that are out there. So we're going to just dive right in. And for those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, I mean, I'd be surprised if you didn't, because the FERS Supplement is a hot topic. But the FERS Supplement is obviously for FERS employees. And basically what it is it's for FERS employees that are eligible to retire with a full unreduced pension prior to reaching age 62. Because at age 62, that's when you're eligible for Social Security, obviously. And Social Security is a big part of a FERS retiree income. It's a big component of it. And so what do we do with OPM was like, what do we do with all these employees that are eligible to retire prior to 62, even though Social Security is a big part of the FERS program? So what they did is they created this FERS Supplement to basically bridge the gap, bridge the time between when they are eligible to retire and when they actually hit 62. And based on your years of service, they're going to give you a portion of your Social Security until you hit 62. Now, this benefit actually comes from OPM. It does not come from Social Security. If you call Social Security and you say, okay, can you calculate my supplement for me, or when's my supplement going to start? A lot of Social Security employees are going to go, what are you talking about? We don't offer a supplement. It's not from Social Security. It's a benefit from OPM. And so again, to get the supplement, you have to be eligible for one of the unreduced pension options when you retire. And so we have another podcast, one of our first podcasts, talking about FERS eligibility. So you have to be eligible for the pension without a penalty, which means you hit your MRA, minimum retirement age, or older, and you have 30 or more years of service. You're eligible for an unreduced pension. You get your FERS pension or FERS annuity, same thing. And then in addition to the FERS pension, you also get the supplement. And so that's the first one. The second one is if you hit age 60 with 20 or more years of service. Again, between 60 and 62, you'll get that FERS supplement until you hit 62. Now, again, if you don't know what the MRA is, and I went kind of quick on that eligibility, go back, listen to our eligibility podcast. And when you're eligible for an unreduced pension prior to 62, you can also get that supplement. And then the supplement is a portion of your Social Security, like I said, and it's based on your years of service. Everybody's supplement is different. I see all the time people saying on Facebook or different places, your supplement's $750 a month, or your supplement's going to be $1,000 a month until you hit it. It's literally different for everybody. So do not go off of what people tell you. It's going to be, we'll tell you how to compute it here in a second, but it's definitely different for every single person based on their years of service and their benefit at 62. So general information on the supplement can be dangerous for you. With the FERS supplement, just so you know, before we show you how to compute your supplement and what it will be for you individually, how to find it out, just know when you retire prior to age 62 and you're getting the supplement, you're going to have an earnings limit. You're going to have a limit on how much you can earn that's not going to reduce your supplement. It's the same earnings limit for people who are on Social Security, but they're not at their full retirement age on Social Security. So to be clear, your FERS pension never has an earnings limit. You can separate from the government, get your FERS pension, and you can earn whatever you want, and your pension is never affected. But if you're receiving the supplement, you have a limit on how much you can earn per year before it reduces your supplement. So you can earn up to $19,560 per calendar year without reducing your supplement. So it breaks down to about $1,630 of gross monthly income that you can get. And if you're receiving that or less, it's not going to affect your supplement at all. Okay. But if you earn above the limit, then your supplement for the next year is going to be reduced. And the way that works is for every $2 above the limit, the next year your supplement is reduced by $1. So let me give you an example. If you earned $10,000 over the limit, you earned $29,560. So $10,000 above the limit. Next year for the year, your supplement is going to be $5,000 for the year less. So they go off of the previous earnings, and then if you go back down, you go under the limit, then the following year your supplement will be fine. Some people leave the federal government, their mid 50s, late 50s, whatever, early 60s, and they know that their supplement's going to be reduced. They go get another great job. They're earning, 60, 70, 80,000 a year, and they do away with their supplement, but they don't care. They're getting their pension and they're getting, a nice income from another job. So it's definitely an option. We just want you to be aware of the fact that your supplement could be reduced. If you have a lot of years of service, if you have 30, 35 years of service by the time you reach your MRA, sit down or talk to a professional and do a comparison of your net take-home pay. Because sometimes if you're getting your pension, you're getting your supplement, and then you just go find a part-time job you love, earning like $1,500 a month. I mean, several times this year we've calculated where people are actually earning the same or more without even touching their TSP, earning the same or more just working part-time. So sometimes you can step away from your job at the government if you want to. Some people love their job and want to work as long as possible. That's great. More power to you. But if you're looking to get away as soon as possible, take a look at getting your pension, supplement, and a part-time job. I would recommend that you don't touch your TSP if possible. Use that down the road to offset inflation, but that's just my opinion. And again, we can get into details, specifics one-on-one. But the supplement, how long does the supplement go? What age does it stop, Stephen? Pop quiz.
Supplement goes till age 62 because at that point you can start regular Social Security if you want.
Right.
So one thing to keep in mind, which we covered in our previous episode, was the fact that, again, you're not getting cost of living adjustments till age 62. So even though the supplement's a big help, added onto your pension, realize you still are not getting a cost of living adjustment until 62. And with inflation coming in at 9.1, I believe, the last time I looked, the cost of living adjustments are a big deal. So like Jesse said, it makes sense to crunch the numbers and really see where you're at.
Right. You want to have a plan for inflation for sure. And the supplement stops at 62, whether you start Social Security or not. Like Steven said, right at 62, it's going to stop. And some people ask, well, if I wait on Social Security, is it going to keep going? No. regardless of what you do with Social Security, the supplement stops at 62 as well. Now, to figure out your supplement, you can get a couple things. The first thing you want to know is your years of service. Now, this is actual years worked. This is not military time that you bought
Right.
back. That will count towards your pension, but for the supplement computation here, we're talking about actual years worked. We're also only talking about whole years. So if somebody worked 35 years, 6 months, that 6 months doesn't count. So the first thing you want to know is your whole years of service worked. And so what you do is you take your years of service and you divide it by 40. So let's say that somebody worked 30 years of service. When they retire, they take that 30 years and they divide it by 40. So they're going to get 0.75 or 75% of their Social Security benefit at 62. So the second thing you need to know is what your Social Security benefit is at 62. Now, let's say for simplicity that your Social Security benefit at 62 is $1,000 a month. And again, let's say you had 30 years of service. So you divide that 30 years of service by 40, right? So we got 75%. If you do that on a calculator, you'll see it's 0.75. And you get 75% of that $1,000 a month benefit. So your supplement is $750. So you get $750 until age 62. And then at 62, that $750 stops. And then you can get your $1,000 a month Social Security benefit. So you can
And
see how.
sorry, Jesse, to get your Social Security benefit, you just go to ssa.gov and they have a retirement estimator calculator right on there. And what's cool about it is it'll print out exactly what benefit you can expect based on age starting at 62. So it's another great planning tool.
Yeah, exactly. Go to ssa.gov, click on the My SSA to get your Social Security component, because they don't mail statements anymore unless you're turning 62 that year. To get your Social Security statement and estimate of what it's going to be at 62, you have to get it from the website, like Steven said. So your years of service, you obviously have. That's easy. You know how most of the time you know what your years of service is, but to find that Social
Well, that's
Security benefit,
debatable.
yeah, some people
That
think,
gets
and then
pretty muddy too.
yeah, it can. For some people, it can, especially if you left federal service, came back, things like that. But hopefully, you've got a pretty good idea of your total years of service and then that Social Security benefit at 62. So you can see why every single person's supplement is different. Because even if everybody had 30 years of service, their Social Security benefit at 62 is going to be different. So your supplement is unique to you and how many years of service you have and what your Social Security is at 62. So you need to compute that for yourself to figure out what your supplement is going to be. Now, the supplement is a very great tool. It's a great benefit. Now, a lot of people message us and ask us, okay, I heard the supplement is going away. There are some talks with budgets, proposals, and things like that. They do have oftentimes in the budget proposals to do away with the supplement. To make federal employees work longer. They've got a lot of tenured federal employees they want to hold on to. And so the supplement is on the chopping block. There is absolutely nothing official yet. The supplement is here for now. We do not know if the supplement is going to be chopped. Are they going to grandfather people in? Are they going to say that the supplement will stop for people who retire 5 years out or more? We don't know. But the supplement is a benefit that they are looking at, and with budget cuts is something to do away with. So keep an eye on our Facebook page and our updates on our LinkedIn page and all of that. If there is any changes to the supplement, we'll let you know. But for now, the supplement is as is. They haven't made any changes to that yet, but keep an eye on the news, because that's something that could change in the future that we're keeping a close eye on. So you want to be aware of that. Now, the supplement also, like I said, is a great income benefit that federal employees are eligible for. But if you're 60, 61, again, just take a close look at, well, what would it be if I waited till 62 and I actually was able to start my Social Security, but I also was maybe able to get that higher pension computation at, where you get 1.1 instead of 1% for each year you worked. If you don't know what that is, again, in our eligibility podcast, we talk about that. So you want to crunch the numbers. The bottom line, one of the best things you can do is sit down with a professional, so you don't have to dig through and find all this stuff, but calculate what your net take home pay is from all your benefits. Find out what your net take home pay is. And if you're able to maintain the same lifestyle and have a plan for inflation and a lot of the what ifs that can pop up at retirement, then yeah, by all means, go at 57 or whatever age that is that you can reach that income that you're able to maintain the same lifestyle and have additional assets for inflation. But maybe as you crunch the numbers, maybe it's better to work till 60 or 62. But at least now you know what you're working for. So you want to crunch those numbers and be sure. And so there's a lot of different ways to do that. You can do it through sometimes your HR, not always. Depends on your how many employees report to your HR. But if you want specifics, we're happy to help you with that as well. You can schedule a free one-on-one meeting with us at fedretirementconsultants.com. And for no obligation, no cost, we're not just trying to sell you something. We can help you compute your take-home pay for you and go through all of your options with your benefits, and in addition to the supplement, all your other benefits. So the supplement is a fantastic piece of the FERS puzzle, and is one that needs a lot of clarification on. And be very careful when you're believing, if you will, what other people tell you in your office or what you read online, because we have seen a lot of misinformation when it comes to the supplement.
Yeah, I felt a collective groan from everybody when you just brought up the fact I might get axed. But what we've heard too is people say, well, I'm going to retire early because I want the free money. But nothing comes for free. I mean, nothing is free of cost. So if you are retiring early, like Jesse said, maybe at 60, but if you made to 62, you get the higher pension computation. It could make all the difference. So it is really important to look at your numbers. And then just to reiterate, in our past early retirement episode, we touched on this, but just to do a quick recap, MRA plus 10, postponing your retirement or deferring your retirement, no supplement. Because like Jesse said, you have to be going out on a full immediate retirement to qualify.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, postponing, deferring, you don't get it. There's a lot of people now, special provisions too. We were talking a lot about the regular eligibility earlier, but if you're special provisions too, and you go out with a full unreduced pension under special provisions, you definitely get your supplement. Now, the thing about the special provisions, though, and we'll talk more about special provisions actually in our next episode, but special provisions, you don't have an earnings limit until you reach your MRA. And so if you go out at 53, for example, and your MRA is 57, between 53 and 57, you can earn whatever you want, and your supplement's not going to be reduced. But once you hit that MRA, then you do have an earnings limit. So that's kind of the asterisk for the special provisions. You do have a little bit different benefit there, and you can earn more. Now, again, if you're a special provisions and you go out on a full unreduced pension, you're also definitely eligible for the supplement until 62. So great point, Stephen. I think hopefully we tried to answer a lot of the misconceptions and cloudiness that surrounds the supplement. But if you have a specific question that we didn't address, feel free to message us on our LinkedIn, Facebook page, our fedretirementconsultants.com, fed-smart.com. We've got a lot of ways that you can contact us, and we're happy to answer any questions that you have specifically. And again, every answer that we give you, we will back up in writing, and we won't answer it unless we know we've seen it from OPM or the respective source. So hopefully that clarifies a lot on the supplement, or at least solidifies what you believed. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, and for you special provisions especially, you'll want to tune in to the next episode, because we're going to talk about special provisions and all you caveats.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
FedSmart podcast is meant for informational purposes only and should not be taken as financial advice. FedSmart, Jesse Black, Steven Puckett, and Federal Retirement Consultants are not affiliated with any government agency or OPM. Jesse Black offers securities through Creative One Securities, LLC, member FINRA SIPC, and Jesse Black and Steven Puckett offer advisory services through Creative One Securities, LLC, an investment advisor. Federal Retirement Consultants, FedSmart, are not affiliated with Creative One Securities, LLC. For more information, you can visit fedretirementconsultants.com.